Hello, today is Friday, August 26th, 2022, and this is video 27 in my series, Our Courts Are a Joke. Now, this is not legal advice, this is just the ramblings of a 55-year-old man who has been completely screwed over in the family courts of Ontario, and this is my channel, and I'm trying to effect some change for men in family court. So if you have been involved in a family court, especially before one Madam Justice Conway or Justice Kraft, please send me an email at ourcourtsareajoke@gmail.com. And yeah, you know what? We're going to try to make some change because change really needs to happen. Now, last Friday, I completed my paperwork for my appeal to the Supreme Court of Canada for my second case before Justice Kraft, and now I'm kind of getting the horse before the cart, or vice versa, cart before the horse. As I still have an appeal for the Conway case that I need to get into, right? So with any luck, I'll be in the Supreme Court of Canada twice, which is more than what a lot of lawyers have been. Now, the Supreme Court of Canada, there's no guarantee that they're going to hear my appeal. They say they take about 600 appeals a year, I think it is, and they only hear, I don't know, 80 of them or something. But so the problem with that is you have to have, a case that has some kind of major bearing and is going to change cases going forward. Now, I think that I have several reasons why mine should be. Obviously, because I was screwed, so that's fact one. So a number of factors involved that. For one, I don't think that any judge should mandate that anyone can work more than 40 hours a week. Now, they for the purpose of child support and spousal support, they pick your income basically, right? So, and then there's this law about being intentionally underemployed. Now, if you're working a 40-hour work week, you are clearly not intentionally underemployed, right? Now, if you have chosen to work above and beyond that, there's no reason why a court should mandate, if you've taken overtime on Saturdays or you're working a second or a third job or whatever, right? There's no reason why a court should mandate that you have to maintain that level of income. Let's face it, who else? Who else in society is told by a court how many hours they have to work? Like, for some reason, once you step into the Netherland, once you step into that family court, suddenly you've lost all the rights to your life, and a judge will decide how you can go moving forward, right? So, my advice to any man who's looking at a possible, separation or divorce or split up of your common law or whatever, you need to lower your income a few years ahead because the judges will use that law, as a sword. Now, the law is supposed to be a shield, not a sword. Now, I'm stealing that from the TV show Law and Order that I used to like, but, judges, I've for myself anyway, I found that they use this as a sword, right? Like, so they say if you have a year where you've been working too much overtime, well, then they're going to say, well, hey, this is the level that you have to be at, right? And also, anyway, so, I have worked, I worked 4 jobs sometimes all in one day. I miss being young when I had energy and hair. But anyway, sorry, I haven't been grooming myself very well lately. I need to clean myself up for these videos. So anyway, yes, when times are good, I make hay while the sun shines, and sometimes it's not good. So you know what? I spent too much of my younger years, not really caring about making money and trying to make up for it when I'm older. And now I've kind of painted myself in a corner, not just once but twice. Both my cases, I went ahead and made too much money after my relationship is ending, and that's burned me. And so my advice again is if you're possibly leaving a relationship, start lowering your income and get her out the door working too, right? Like get her income up and yours down, because they're going to look at the last 3 years, right? So anyway, so yeah, I got all the paperwork in for the Supreme Court of Canada. I've got a file number now, and so I have to put a stay on the garnishment order that's been on my bank now for a while, which has made my life incredibly difficult. So you can imagine the inability to do any banking. So I got to get that done this weekend, although I have my kids this weekend going on a camping trip, so I have to burn the candle at both ends, much like I've been doing for too long now in all of this. So, and getting back to that Supreme Court of Canada, so the other point I have is about custody of the children. Now, it's like it's just automatic that women get the kids, right? And why? Why? Like, well, they want to maintain the status quo. Well, the woman gives birth to the child, so from day one, the status quo is she has the child, right? She's looking after the kid, but where is there some objectivity as to who's the better parent? Now, I have seen my ex slap our daughter across the face on about 5 occasions. Now, obviously, of course, she denies it, but she denies other things that are like pretty obvious. So, what does that say about her credibility? Now, I have spanked my son on the bum. She said I did it violently one time. Violently. I'm 220 pounds. I bench press 200. I deadlift 3. If I violently spanked a 3 or 4 year old, I think he'd probably be going to the hospital. So, anyway, and nowhere in the Children's Aid report or in any report does it say that she reported that I violently spanked him, but that is what the judge goes by. Now, I did report the Children's Aid that I saw her slap our daughter across the face. So, of course, no mention of that. Of course, the judge doesn't mention very many things of all the evidence that's there. That anything that supported my case did not get mentioned. But, anyway, so, I'm not fighting for sole custody. I'm just fighting for equal, and fair custody, right? So, but again, being the man, a snowball's chance and where that I'll get that, but I would be happy with equal custody, which is also going to cause me a lot of problems at work. Now the position I have, I do a lot of shifts, and it's giving them a lot of headaches. That in fact they would probably like I go somewhere else because the difficulty of working the shifts, right? So we'll see what happens. My job will be changing in about a month or two, and we'll see where it goes. So. I'm going to cut another video now speaking about my job, and I'm going to touch on that. So, again, give myself a little pat on the back. I got my appeal into the Supreme Court of Canada last Friday. I've got a temporary file number. Hopefully, they're going to hear my appeal and stay posted. So, again, this is not professional legal advice, just the ramblings of a 55-year-old man screwed over in family court for the last 14 years. And reach out to me at ourcourtsareajoke@gmail.com. Like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and spread the word. And us men need to unite and need to affect some change in the family court system of this province. And with that, thank you. And this concludes video 27.